I agree. I think we have to get back to the basics of our foundations and just supporting each other. But speaking of support, there's been, a little controversy because everybody, I guess, wants to feel united, but we do have to we do have to recognize that everybody's not supported. And one of the slogans, all Black life matters.
Right.
People want to say all lives matters, which they do, but every life is not recognized the same in America.
Right, and especially children. I'm a big advocate for children, and it's so sad because more and more you're hearing tragic stories about children who have died either at the hands of their parents, hands of strangers, parents being neglectful. You cannot just let any and everyone around your children. You can't just let everyone watch your children. As a parent, and this comes from the depth of my heart because I'm a parent. When the decision is made to bring a child forward, let's be clear, we live in a time now where, honestly, children, it's a decision. You have a choice to bring a child forward, right? Mm-hmm. So when you make the decision to bring a child forward, you must also make the decision to make it worth their while. If you're going to bring them here, make it worth their while, which means you may have to change your lifestyle. You won't be able to party the way you used to. You won't be able to hang out because it's not fair. These children did not ask to be here. You're not asked to become exactly.
You can't have everybody babysitting your kids.
Thank you, because you hear more and more cases about child abuse. I am so sick to death of hearing about the girlfriends and boyfriends of the other parent abusing a child. The child's being locked in the basements,
and they consistent of late too.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it breaks my heart, and I think that we are first of all forgetting that children are the most valuable asset right now because they are truly the future. They have to be protected. As adults, it's our job and our responsibility to have a sixth sense, so to speak, a fifth sense, sixth sense, whatever.
So you have to have that because sometimes you don't even realize like who your child is around, somebody that you trust. You know what I'm saying? So you never really know. Oh yeah, that's definitely.
But I think it's also a selfish thing with some parents that they want to, fulfill their own feelings at the moment, and so they're like, well, I'm gonna drop you off with so and so. You stay with them, and that so and so is hurting, their child, and they don't seem to really care. They ignore it because they want.
It still kind of also depends. Like my father was like really strict, and kept us like together, and I still was like really horrible.
Did you feel safe though?
I definitely felt very safe.
Yeah.
I just
and that's important. As a child, you should feel safe. You should know that number one, someone's coming for you.
Right.
In other words, there's somebody that I can call at any given time. It's so because it attributes to your self-esteem and your self-image. As a child, you must know someone care enough about you that they'll hurt somebody for you.
For you, exactly.
Because children who lack that, it manifests. And as adults, all we are we still living out our childhoods. Who we are is a reflection of what we've been through as children. Exactly. Our fears, our insecurities, our strengths.
It's mainly insecurities too.
Come out of your childhood. Exactly. Absolutely.
Speaking of children, one of the stories that's been in, I guess, pop news and the Ciara and Future situation, and how he's pretty much saying, "Oh, you're checking around that new man too soon." And she kind of shot back and said, "Well, I did it with you and your kids."
Exactly, and you had a lot of them, so same thing,
right? So I guess it's the kind of double standard.
To each his own with that.
But it's a double standard though. It's definitely double standard. If a dude has a lot of baby mamas and he brings the children around the girls, okay, but it's just she's doing it. It's so different now. But no, it's all the same.
Well, in my opinion, it's about his intention. If he's trying to marry me, like in other words, if we've had that conversation about we're taking this to the next level, then I think it is a good idea to bring the children in.
Right, exactly.
But if we just kicking it and all that, so who knows that conveation between Ciara
but
and
you have to make sure that your child is comfortable around your new date anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with Ciara.
Yeah.
I guess it's now or later. When you're gonna bring your child around your new boo.
So he must be talking marriage then. Hopefully,
That's a lot, so I hope so.
Yeah, she's nice. I think she deserves to be a wife and her son grow up in a stable household. Going back to those core values. I mean, honestly, although we may not all get married, but I think that we should try, especially when you're bringing kids into the picture. There should be an attempt to create stability in their lives. Everyone should have help because raising kids on your own is tough, okay? So if you have someone that's trying to sign up for life and do this with you, then go for it. You know, don't be a single parent on purpose if you can avoid it. Because I'm telling you something, it's no joke.
Oh, I'm sure. But child, I don't want no kids, so but I definitely
3 boys.
But I'm sure though.
It's a hard job.